Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast.
Hey,
I'm Madi, and I'm here with
Brandon.
Sahdia.
Sam.
Wait, you and Sam are kind of matching colors. Is that like a cousin thing?
Did you guys mean to do that? They compliment each other.
And
so
you
well.
and Sam are wearing glasses.
It took some digging.
This is my best friend. Everyone now knows that this is my best friend.
The cousin, the best friend. What does that make me? The friend of
The
me.
sibling.
The enemy.
The friend of me.
Oh, we're frenemies. Okay, we upgraded.
Okay, you said enemy. If that's if you
No,
want to take it there.
no, we're frenemies.
If you
We're
want
frenemies.
to
We're
take it
frenemies.
there.
Yes. I'm not praying on y'all downfall, but I've been waiting for like the arc of enemies to come back again. It's
No
been like,
one says I'm not praying your downfall. I'm not actively
We
praying
just
for
go
the
through
downfall.
seasons.
I want the enemy season because it's always so funny.
It's
That's crazy.
It's always a time with Sam.
It's funny for some people. It's hurtful for me a lot of times because I feel like I
He
catch
really
a lot
struggles.
of.
He does.
I catch the barbs and she kind of glides through scot free.
Well, were we ever going to get to the story?
To the first story. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first
Oh,
story.
yeah.
You remember that, Sam? The story?
This one is just titled Creepy Encounter. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Brandon is such a baddie.
He's such a
is
baddie.
He really is.
So this one's titled Creepy Encounter. Okay, so I was watching this video that you uploaded a few weeks
Us?
ago.
Oh.
From Creepy Encounters.
Oh no.
It made me want to share my own kind of relatable story.
Okay.
Forgive
Maybe
my
you should.
formatting on mobile. In 2019,
Okay, excuses. I love it.
Like, they're sending this from a mobile phone?
And they're like, I guess
Yeah, they're typing it from a
punctuation
little-
wasn't invented.
Okay.
It's like Siri doesn't help you.
Yeah,
or something.
Sam, leave him
Who knows a
alone.
horrible
There ain't
texter? Who
commas
knows a horrible
on the
texter?
keyboard.
Leave him alone, Sam.
Where'd that period go?
They're like, I guess that double tap don't work anymore.
You
Guess
don't
we
use
don't have a return
punctuation?
button.
I love punctuation.
This
I
man
was gonna say, I thought
loves
you
punctuation
did.
and notes. Like, he criticizes notes.
Bad texters.
Because some people are chaotic.
Oh
They
my
make
God,
the
I can't take
title
it.
the first point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
75% of the
All
room
of you just saying that
It's
hurt me.
just-
I'm
at
like,
the
you.
same time, the same way.
something
Yeah.
was revealed to me then that I didn't know about.
Did the
yo.
wool come from over
It
your
was-
eyes? Exposed? Okay.
Wow.
Or maybe
y'all
you're
were
the
so
problem.
adamant about it.
You're the problem.
I'm the problem because I put a proper title for
The
the
vast
heading.
majority is saying no.
Majority.
Everybody in the comments, do you put the first points as the title
In notes.
in notes, or do you make a title and then you put bullet points?
But we have to emphasize this is nothing.
You're in
like,
a rush.
Yeah, you're
you
in
got
a
things
rush.
to do.
Right.
This isn't
But you're
anything
not
that's
even-
going to affect you later on in the day.
It's random stuff.
I
But
myself have
an
tried
extra
to do
10
that.
seconds.
Like, I've tried to do the title first, and it makes me mad because I have to
What?
click
What?
around for the formatting, and then I have to do heading, and then I have to go down and then change it to body. I don't want to do that.
And I get that, but at the
I
end
don't
of the
wanna
day,
do
when you
that.
look at it, you're like, this is something nice that I can.
Well,
I'm proud of.
okay.
Whose
okay.
notes are
We'll
organized
do this.
anyways?
We'll do this. Because where was your notes when you were looking for them? Huh? Where was the title? Where was that great title at?
I found it.
Oh. You had to look up a random word in the list to find it.
Interesting.
For shame.
interesting.
Oh.
For shame.
So did it really work out? Did it help at all?
Call him out, B.
So not that example.
He's stuttering.
is-
He's done. He's done.
He needs some milk.
Okay, so in 2019, I, 23 female, was living on the third floor with my son, 2 male, in an apartment complex. For some background context, it's around Christmas time. My son has been ill with a GI issue, and he was admitted at our local children's hospital unexpectedly, and we had left our apartment in a hurry. While I was there with him, I sent my brother to my apartment to get some clothes for the stay. I received this alarming call from my brother while he was there that there was a grown man passed out in my son's nursery.
Oh, heck no.
I prompted him to call the police and not to interact because you never know if someone might be on something or what their mental status may be. The police arrived and they removed the guy and get his story. He claimed to be that he was drunk and he lived below us and he thought it was his apartment. But this guy had to be so messed up that when his key didn't work on our door, he broke the lock. There was Christmas presents and toys sprawled on the floor that I had been wrapping that he had to step over, along with all the unfamiliar furniture and decorations to him. He stepped over my baby gate to the kitchen, opened my refrigerator full of food that wouldn't have been similar to him, and drank an Angry Orchard and ate a pack of sandwich meat. And there was evidence that he searched through the cabinets.
That's literally Frank Gallagher.
Then he went in a nursery full of baby toys and furniture and cuddled up in a pile of vomit-soaked crib sheets and the blankets on the floor, all for him to still believe that it was his apartment and take a nap in the middle of the day. He didn't have children, so after all, this had to be wildly out of place for him. The apartment never did anything about it, and he continued to live below me for a while. It was always pretty awkward passing by. It was basically real-life Goldilocks, but Goldilocks was a grown man in a Taco Bell uniform.
The cops
I
didn't do
was just
anything
about
either?
to say that. I was like, bro, it's Goldilocks.
Right? No,
Wait,
nobody did
what
anything.
was the interaction when they saw them?
I guess he just feigned ignorance, and
They
they're
just
like,
kinda
okay, well then
papered
go
over
home.
that.
Now, if we would... Now... I was going to say if we would have did something like that, but...
We would never.
You know what I mean, we.
I know what you mean.
We would never.
We would never.
We would never.
We would never be able to say that. And they actually eat it up
They're like,
and believe it?
Bro, still alive after this?
I see him.
He's a free
It's
man.
fine.
That's crazy.
He is a free man, and he lived under her for
And
months
still
after
lived
that.
under her.
Like, do you remember that afterwards? You're like, hey, I was in my upstairs neighbor's house, and I ate some lunch meat, and I had a beer, and then I went
toys.
and cuddled up in her, because my nursery room full of toys in my own house that I
And
don't
he
have
doesn't
kids.
buy
I would
apple
be sick.
orchards. I know he's not that kind of
He's
guy.
not that kind of guy.
He's a natty ice kind of guy. He
Oof.
gets a cheap 18 pack of it, and he's like, "Oh, this natty ice is really good."
in a bottle instead
In
of a can.
bottle,
There's just a lot of stuff that's not adding up here.
I've
But
seen
I
it.
guess the fact that he never reached out to her after that, like he completely didn't interact with her.
so
Do you
he's
still believe it was a
embarrassed.
mistake?
No, I think it could have been a mistake, and he was embarrassed. And he's like, "I'm not going to talk to her."
I'd have to take him to small claims court.
Judge Judy Shineland on Judge Judy.
I'd be pissed. I'd have to take him. I would have.
We have to do an act it out.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
to do it with those two people. Someone's Judge Judy. Someone's the bailiff.
Okay.
Oh my
I want to be the bailiff.
What's the bailiff? Is that the
Or
security
do you want to
guard?
be
the
Judge
black
Judy?
guy,
Should I be
yeah.
Judge Judy or the bailiff?
I think it should be Judge Judy.
Okay.
I'll be the drunk guy, I guess.
Who am I going to be?
You're going to be the OP. I'll be the bailiff.
Okay.
All
You're
rise.
now entering the room of Judge Judy Shineland.
dun.
Everyone, please. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Judge Judy. You know that's. I really only get a couple things to say, and then you want to say my thing, so that's whatever. All rise for the Honorable Judge Judy Shineland. Dun, 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 dun.
So, you want to tell me what's going on here, OP?
Judge, I'm just really shaken. Honestly, who came to her house?
A guy from Taco Bell, her neighbor.
Okay, yeah.
Her brother.
My brother. Love him dearly. He came into the house and he saw this man laying in my baby's bed, my baby's nursery.
Do you have any video evidence of this?
Yes, I have pictures.
I'll come get that.
Okay.
Hold up.
I'd like to
I
see
have
that.
pictures
I'd like to see
here.
that,
I
please.
appreciate that.
And
These are crazy. Are you serious?
and as you can see, it's just completely.
Judge, you're going to flip out when you see.
It's completely.
All right,
Your
I'd like
Honor.
to see him now,
Okay, here you
bailiff.
go.
Your Honor.
Your Honor,
I need you to
if
be quiet.
Oh my gosh.
I need you to be quiet.
Okay.
Oh, both of you. Let me look at these pictures.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge.
Sir, why are you sucking on a binky?
Your Honor.
Judge.
So,
Put him
And
under
why are
the
you wearing
jail.
a diaper?
Put him under the
Your
jail,
Honor.
absolutely.
Your Honor, listen. Okay.
Now, if you can see
Did you
in those, you can see the damages and nicks in the crib.
There's so
I have
much
a question to
damage.
ask you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have the open packet of sandwich meat on the counter?
Actually, no, I did not.
Your Honor.
You ate that?
Who opened it? He did?
I think he
Well,
did,
yeah.
bailiff.
This
Yeah,
is not looking
yeah.
good for him.
And also,
Honor.
you can see all
Yeah.
the Christmas presents and things trifled over,
Okay. Your Honor,
stepped
please.
on,
Wow.
ruined,
Judge, stop
damaged.
this. He's guilty.
Please, Your Honor.
All right.
Um,
Is that all you have to say before I hear what he has to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what do you have
That's
to say?
bad enough. I think if I was in charge, you would win.
Bailiff.
Okay, cool.
I just need to hear both
Bailiff,
sides.
Stay in your lane. Anyway.
Don't talk to my bailiff like that.
Get him out.
Actually, you know what?
Death
Ma'am,
penalty.
you win. Thank you.
Death penalty.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He gets the death penalty. Oh my God. Kill him.
Wait.
Okay.
It's kind of a lot,
Sorry,
bailiff.
Judge. Whatever. You're the wise one, so you know I just.
You know what? I'm raising the gavel. What do you have to say?
So I was like working a long shift at Taco Bell. I stopped by a buddy's house and I was like, you know what? Let me just decompress from the day because you know it's right around those time where they did those nacho fries, right?
We love the nacho fries.
Yeah, not fun for a Taco
You
Bell
like
employee.
those?
I'm a fan.
Okay.
Not fun for a Taco Bell employee because everybody's like, oh, nacho
Okay,
fries.
that makes sense now, Judge. You didn't like it when I brought those. Because you said you liked it when I brought them. You're like, oh, these are good. But now that reaction showing me that you lied.
Well, I told you during the Christmas party that I was lactose intolerant. I said that in private. I don't want to bring it out now, but
everyone can
I
know
did
that.
have to
Obviously,
use the
huh?
bathroom after you made me try the
I
nacho
hope-
fries because Taco Bell makes me immediately go to the bathroom.
And so for
And I
that,
think
I
that's
think
the
I'm not
price we all have
guilty.
to pay.
What are you saying
What?
over here?
He's guilty. Kill him,
Oh, okay.
Judge.
Bailiff.
Now, Judge, let me not forget to mention that he broke down my door trying to
No,
get
Judge,
me.
everything.
Oh my God.
If you just
Down.
give
Let
me
me
a
look through
second.
The lock
I didn't even
broken.
see that one.
Well, see, Judge, if
Yeah.
you just give me a second, I could explain.
And he's
Okay, well,
pointing at his
explain. You're
face
going
and
too
pointing
long.
at the door.
So like then,
Locked, unlocked illegally.
I don't want to hear what happened during your day. I want to hear what happened when you started to kick down
Yes.
this person's
Bust
door.
down my
Judge.
door.
well, see, the thing is, I accidentally.
I don't want to hear
mixed-
that.
I mixed alcohol.
You answer my questions or you
I
get out
was-
of my
He
courtroom.
busted
I was
down my
drunk.
door.
I didn't know what
You
was
busted
happening.
down
You're
my
drunk
door.
right now. I can smell it on your breath. You're a little too close
No,
to me.
I'm not.
Bailiff?
Busted
Let me- okay,
down
Loretta, let me go over there.
my door.
Breathe. Breathe.
I need justice for my door. That was good.
Oh, God.
He got contact drunk.
Okay, I have to ask you one question. What do you drink? Do you drink Natty Lights?
Judge, does
Yeah.
that matter?
Okay, so you
Yeah.
don't drink Angry Orchard. Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Okay, so
have
what are you
kids.
doing in a crib?
Listen, Judge.
You need to reimburse this woman
Oh
for her
no, I don't think
for
that's
her
fair.
damages of the door.
Damages.
You need to move out of that apartment complex.
The pain and suffering of
And-
They said
watching
it was
you.
fine.
and you know what? I don't want to say this because I'm a professional, but bailiff, call him a creep.
You're a creep.
Yeah. That's it. Case closed. You owe her the damages of $6 million. You're going to be
$6
working
million?
at Taco Bell for the rest of your life.
What apartment are we
Unless you
living in?
get
Hold
rid of
on.
nacho fries.
And as soon as you pay it off, death penalty. You're dead.
Okay, wow.
Too.
It's
I'm
done.
dying.
Well, at least he won't be going
After you pay
around
$6
trying out
million.
beds like homeless men like this next
story.
That was fire.
That
That was
was good.
fire,
That
girl.
was
I like
good.
that one.
What can I say?
That was
What can I
fire.
say? What can I say?
Am I the asshole for refusing to re-sign a lease weeks before leaving my pregnant sister homeless? It's a lot of sentences there, bailiff.
It's a lot.
And see.
And we're still judged. That was weird.
Am I the asshole for refusing to re-sign a lease weeks before leaving my pregnant sister homeless? I, 23 female, have an Irish twin, 24 female. We've been living together for 2 years. She is a single mom of a toddler. When we moved in together, the apartment was only in her name and she let me live with her. I was finishing dental assisting school and couldn't qualify for an apartment on my own. I still paid half of the rent and utilities. After graduating and getting a job, I became an official added roomie to the lease last year. I make a lot of money for my age, so when my sister was struggling to pay her half of the rent when her job cut her hours significantly, it was a no-brainer to start paying more. I could easily afford all the rent, so covering another 25% is nothing. Plus, I love her and my niece. My sister has no help whatsoever from the father, so I help her as much as I can. He works under the table, so he doesn't get his wages garnished for child support. I have watched her struggle to afford daycare and food for her baby, so I also help her with that. 2 days ago, my sister sits me down and tells me that she has news. She's pregnant.
Oh.
My jaw dropped. I asked her who the dad is, and she started crying. I didn't expect her to say her deadbeat baby daddy.
Oh no.
Girl.
I was shocked, and she continued on her explanation. She saw a girl commenting underneath his post, and she went on her page and saw that they had taken pictures at the same place at the same time. The girl also posted him for his birthday weeks later saying, "Happy birthday to my fiance."
What?
She messaged her later, letting her know he's a deadbeat and got blocked. Then her baby daddy called her saying she's a crazy bitch, and that led to them getting a hotel room and they slept with each other. All to prove some point to his fiance that he's not loyal and that she can have him whenever she wants because she sent her proof after they slept together, but the fiance stayed with him. As she's telling me the story, I just sit there upset. I started asking her if she went to the doctor and how far along she is. She said she did stop by PP and got a scan. She's 9 weeks pregnant. We live in a blue state, so abortion is legal here. I told my sister that I wasn't going to be re-signing the lease unless she got an abortion. She looked at me with so much disgust and started crying harder. She called me an evil bitch and said I'm a horrible person for making her choose between her baby and having housing. I told her with her hours now, she can't afford even half the rent, let alone the daycare she splits between me, our dad, and aunt, as to understand the position she's putting me in since the responsibility is falling on me. She told our family, and they're pissed, saying I'm being heartless to even ask her that and that I shouldn't punish her. And if I should sign at least 6 months so she can get her shit together since 5 weeks isn't a lot of time. I said no. She's ungrateful for all the help that I've done, so I'm out. They're saying I'm an asshole since when I didn't qualify, she let me live with her, even though I paid half. Am I the asshole?
That's juicy.
Oh my god.
There's a lot to
There's
unpack.
so much. There's so much.
Because it's like, I get where she's coming from, but the fact that she's like, you need to get an abortion.
You can't say that.
I'm like, whoa.
That's
the part
a
you
hard
can't say.
line.
That's a hard line.
Like that's.
There's no good thing. You don't get the abortion, the money gets stretched, everything gets thin, or you get an abortion and then you resent your sister for giving you this ultimatum to take the life of something that you maybe wanted. And then you're just living in this house and that's the reminder. You're like, and then I lived in that house for 8 more months and that's what I sacrificed for my kid that could have been
The ultimatum is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the ultimatum is absolutely crazy. But her sister, she's kind of off the Richter scale too.
She is.
A little
She is.
bit.
And I see that.
She's off the like. So I feel like the ultimatum is crazy, but like she was responding to crazy.
Right.
And
They're Irish twins,
sometimes,
so makes sense.
sometimes you do gotta be a little ruthless.
Dad, different moms.
No, they were just born within 8 months of each other. So technically it's like under a year. So they're technically twins.
Yeah.
But I think they had the same dad. They
Project
they just got
Twins.
jiggy
Project
with
Twins,
They got different daddies, same
different
mama.
dad.
Or
No,
like whatever.
they have
it. Same mom, different dad.
same mom, different. No, same dad, different moms.
Oh.
Because the dad's cheating, and then he has a baby with the cheating
you're
and
right.
the cheatee.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, no, I think she's matching crazy with crazy. But I think the abortion is uncalled for. I think it just has to be like, look, I know I'm supporting you a lot, but I need to move out. Or you need to move out. And
Exactly.
I don't know how you do that.
She should have just left it there.
Don't
you care
say
about
abortion.
you care about your sister, you care about your niece and the
Right.
baby that's about to happen. But it's like, look, I can't support you in your decisions. Why did you sleep with this man to get back at his fiance if you're over him and he's a
Literally.
deadbeat? Like
Because
he's
I can have him
literally
whenever I want.
he's literally getting paid underneath the table just so he doesn't have to pay you child support. That's crazy. This man does not.
I
It's
feel
just
like
that's my man.
the sister went through all this to play a man, and she ended up playing herself with that damn baby.
Well, not
She
even to
got
play
another
him,
baby now.
to play the other woman.
That's still one in the
Who
end.
was
And she still ended up playing herself because she's sitting there pregnant now with the ultimatum. Where's
I
she
don't
gonna
know.
go?
She's she's a
What
certain
she
type of
gonna
person.
do
That guy is a
now?
cheater because, and I don't know what to say about the fiance because the fiance is like, yeah, he did cheat on
He's
me, but I'm going to
amazing.
stay
I
with
love
him.
him. He made
Oh
a mistake.
my God. This sounds like so like Blueface Jaden and Krayshawn.
Wow.
Wow.
Tell me this is not that.
Wait, I didn't know that was their story. I mean, I
Come
know about
on.
them, but-
It's crazy.
and I know he's crazy. And well,
They
yeah,
all
That's
crazy.
I guess
exactly
she
what this is.
She's
like
she's
I'm
a
hearing
lot.
it and I'm like,
This sounds
this
familiar.
This is Blueface Jaden and Krayshawn.
We've had this plot before.
Do they? How many babies do they have together?
Blueface and Jaden have 2, and then Krayshawn and Blueface have 1.
Which one is the one who got like her teeth knocked out and she hits
Krayshawn.
him? Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know about that?
I have no idea what.
You don't know
It's a
about
whole
this
rabbit hole.
drama?
You guys
You
are
would
saying.
actually love the drama.
Yeah, it's a big rabbit hole.
The drama.
It's kinda
of it
sad,
all
though.
is crazy.
I don't know if I want to feel sad today.
You won't feel sad
Because she like
Sam, you
she
don't
like
care,
drinks her problems
really.
away,
I'm-
and she like
I'm
beats up
an empath.
her boyfriend, and her boyfriend beats up
So
her.
I feel. I don't know if I was telling you this earlier.
You weren't,
Sahdia does not believe you.
and we had a tell all earlier, Sam, and you would have told me that.
And I was like, I'm an empath. I like kind of feel the emotions around me, and I kind of take them on.
Shane,
Shane?
Shane,
Mr. Dawson.
don't ever.
Guess who said that all the time? I'm an empath.
He said that.
Even
said
I know
that all the
I
time.
don't watch Shane Dawson.
I was a Shane Dawson guy. I'm
Well,
not gonna
apparently
lie.
you missed his documentary stage where he said that he's an empath all the time.
He's a Shane.
I thought you were saying Shane. Low down Shane. Low
No.
down dirty Shame.
No, I was not
No,
saying that. I was saying like Shane
Shane,
Dawson.
Shane.
Have
You
you,
know
seen
what
it?
that brings me to? It brings me to Shang. General Shang. You know what I'm talking about?
From
In
Mulan?
Mulan.
Are you kidding me, General
Shane?
Shane? Anyone?
General
I
Shang.
haven't seen Disney
When,
movies in a long
You haven't seen. I
time.
was like, you haven't seen Mulan.
When
I was
Mushu
Of course I've
was
seen
impersonating
Mulan.
we're on
Mulan's
vacation.
voice.
We're watching Mulan.
Okay.
Right?
Oh
Yeah.
man, I remember live action. They were like, we can't remake a Mushu or whatever
Oh,
Yeah.
because they're like the stereotype is just
Yeah.
way too.
Yeah.
I was
Who
like,
is Mushu the dragon?
Eddie Murphy.
wait, you haven't seen Mulan?
I haven't seen it in a long time. We didn't really mention the. Did we mention the fact that the family was like very much not on her? Well, I mean, she did seem to have an abortion, so maybe we could just move on. You know what I'm saying? That's basically.
She
that's-
drove a hard bargain, but you can't hate her for it.
Wait, who?
You can't.
So
OP.
you're saying NTA,
What is that?
not the
Not the
asshole.
asshole.
I don't think she's the.
It's like
she was just being for real. She just being. It's just
she had multiple options. She chose.
Yeah, I feel the asshole.
What she should have said was just, "You gotta leave.
I think she should have said
Yeah.
you gotta
You
leave.
need
That's
to
what you gotta-
leave.
you need to
You
leave.
need to leave."
I think maybe everyone's an asshole here because she
Yeah.
kind of jumped the
Yeah,
gun with that.
everyone.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, I don't think she's an asshole.
Yeah.
It's literally that one comment
It's
that
just
she
saying
made.
the
Everything
abortion
else
It's
that
the
she
abortion
said.
part that was not valid.
Everything else she said, she was supporting the sister in so many ways, which is why I'm like, I don't think she's the asshole. But
Yeah.
yeah, for that one
Don't
comment that
say
she said.
abortion. You stick the landing, but she stumbled at the end.
Okay, so this one is from Today I Effed Up.
Okay.
Okay, so today I effed up by showing my friend their doppelganger. You ready?
They fell in
Yeah.
love. They fell in love.
So I was on the tube on the way to see my friends in North London while
the
looking
tube.
around
London babes.
on the tube.
On the tape.
While looking around on the tube to pass the time, I noticed someone a few seats down that looked remarkably similar to an old friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to or seen for a while. Although this person was a lot rougher on the edges and about 20 kilograms heavier than my
Okay,
friend
you don't
is.
have to say that. We don't need to know that.
As the resemblance was uncanny, I decided to sneak a quick photo of the person to send to my friend. And when I got out of the tube and regained service on my phone, I sent them a message with the caption, "This guy looks just like you if you packed on some pounds." Right?
Why are you doubling down on my man? Do you see him? I don't need to mention it.
The message was opened immediately, no reply for a few minutes,
is
and then
not
they
good.
said, "That's me, OP." They said, "I haven't been able to respond yet. I'm too embarrassed. I feel truly awful about it, though. Serves me right for being a bit of a twat."
Oh no! I wasn't ready for
All they
that.
said is, "That's me, OP."
That is me.
That's me.
I have packed on. I know it.
That's me.
When someone comes blast from your past, you're like, dude, this thought of made me think of you. This fat, sloppy
This
guy,
fat guy.
that I saw in the tube. He looks kind of like you. Good thing you don't look like this.
that's me, bro.
Puke emoji, puke emoji.
That is so horrible.
A puke
Oh,
reaction.
I would feel so like
You can't win. You got to delete your phone number.
delete
You gotta-
it. You can never talk.
Yeah.
Maybe say sorry and then that's it.
I don't think you can say sorry. There's
You
nothing.
can't say-
done.
there's nothing
You
you
are
can do.
done.
There's no
That's
mending that.
You can't repair it.
There's no mending it, but being like, "You're right. I'm an asshole. I'm so sorry about that." and then just
I don't want that
you on
written
red,
down.
that's
I
worse.
honestly would have preferred like an angry, harsh response because the neutral, that's me.
that's heartbreaking.
You know they are.
Because they're like, I know I packed on a few
You could have
pounds.
like, I don't think he looks that bad. Before he said this, he's like, I think he actually looks fine.
That's me. That's terrible. Can you imagine opening that, minding your freaking
You're
business?
just like,
Put on a few pounds.
You're like, I actually
I
lost
haven't
5
seen
pounds.
that number in a while. I can't. What's he up to? He's like, look at this fat guy.
And it's like the most unflattering angle too, because they're like sneaking the
Oh
photo.
my God.
And you're supposed to shout out, fatty, fatty. Like, you're like,
He's like
What did
slouching
I
too. Like
do
it's like the
today?
worst
Yeah.
possible time. Like he's like looking, like trying to get loose change out of
Yeah,
his
he's looking
bag.
down to
He's
like a
like-
double chin.
Horrible angle. That's
Bad
horrible.
posture. It's like,
Oh my God.
that poor man. I
Oh
feel
my
so
God.
bad for
that's
him.
horrible.
And he had a bad day at work. I know he did.
And that's
that-
his friend.
That was the cherry on top. He's like,
He should have known.
It's like,
That's just
like-
careless.
He just wants to get hit by a truck like this next story.
oh,
Wow.
that might be my favorite story.
it was short and sweet. So
That
this
was
one,
great.
Bro.
That was great.
this
That was
one
great.
comes from r/petty revenge.
Uh-oh.
It says, I came out of the grocery store and found a truck parked 1 inch from my driver's side door. So I park and walk into the grocery store for some essentials. When I parked, there was no cars around me. I came back to find a very large lifted Dodge parked next to me on my driver's side. As I approach the car, I see it. There's maybe an inch of clearance between this truck and my car as it is parked over the line in my spot. Rage is putting it lightly when I say I was upset. At this point, I climb in my passenger side and get into my seat. Backing up with the truck this close was even a pain. I had to fold in my mirror to not hit it. As I'm backing out, my petty brain took over. I readjusted my car and parked so I could get out of the driver's side. I grabbed a pen I had in the car and proceeded to let out the air in the tires on the truck's passenger side. And I can't tell you how satisfying it was to watch the overgrown penis mobile shrink to the ground 1 tire at a time. I did too because no one carries 2 spares, and I figured they deserved the
oh my.
inconvenience.
That's really something.
I then got back in my car and left. Didn't get to see the aftermath, but I enjoyed picturing it in my head many, many times.
Wow.
Because yes, is that enough to make them pay for 2 new tires? Because like that's such a dick move to like park so close that somebody can't get into their driver's side spot, and it's always a truck.
Overkill.
Now let
It's
me
always
tell
a truck.
you.
I think it's overkill.
You're a
too.
villain at that
I
point.
You're a
hate a
villain.
lifted truck.
Yeah.
It looks freaking horrendous. And have you seen like the post where most times they can't see like smaller cars in front of them? They have like a blind spot just
And they
completely
crush
in front of them, and like they had kids lined up in front of the truck. It was like I don't even know how many kids this was before they could see the actual child. Lifted trucks, it's a very specific person that drives a lifted truck. Okay, I hate the lifted truck. The lifted truck people, I probably don't like your archetype of person either.
Come back to the ground, guys.
Just the weather's fine down here.
Hey.
No, what makes me annoyed is when they're in a lifted truck and then they open the door and then it's just like the shortest,
The smallest
like they're
person
like
in the
jumping
world.
down.
Like,
There's always a fun-sized person jumping out of that freaking truck.
It's like, bro,
he's like, can you pick me up?
uppies.
Uppies.
It's
I
just
fell out of my
It's crazy
truck.
because you know, like when they get in the truck, they have their hands outreached like this,
Yeah.
just to like hoist themselves up. That's that. When you talk about icks,
That's an
that is a
this,
lifted
freaking
truck.
this
ick.
motion.
This motion of you gotta
And you're reaching for it and you go like,
like, ew.
Oh, don't let them miss too.
oh.
And it spawns like the little step part in
embarrassing.
the truck.
That's embarrassing.
I think that's a little too far though.
It is too far.
I think it's a little too
The
much.
One
Yeah.
tire is justice, I think.
You could have got away with like maybe like a little like key or something.
No, you think Key is lower than
He is well.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just let the air out.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Maybe that's
they
not
just
that
have to
bad.
replace
How do you
both
do
tires
that?
to get in an air.
So
lock.
you know how like you have the air pressure gauge? He probably just pressed
You
it
just
down
push
with
it
the
down,
pen. He
like-
just let all this. Okay. That's not okay.
But I still,
Yeah, that's petty revenge.
I think 1 is equal because you're like, he has to change the spare, but it's done. He gets to go. The 2 is like, now that's a hassle.
Yeah.
Because he's like,
Yeah.
no one has 2 spares. So you're just like,
But in a way, they have a hassle of having to get in their car.
but his
It's
hassle
petty.
was
They
minor.
don't
But it's
care.
petty revenge.
You
They
have to
don't
get in the
care. But
passenger
these
seat
lift the
and the
truck
back
people
up.
that do stuff like that, they don't care.
They don't care about you.
about society. They don't care about their neighbor. They don't care about the next man.
Oh my God.
Because he's
Was
like,
it petty?
It's
Yes.
lifted. Climb under my car if you want to get to your
Was it
driver's
petty?
side.
We can all
Yes.
agree it was petty. Was it inappropriate? Maybe a little. Okay?
Is it from the subreddit Petty Revenge? Yes, it is.
Maybe.
I think 1
I don't think
is
that's-
justice.
yeah.
It's not called
2 is
just
too
justice
much.
revenge. It's called petty revenge.
Bro was not petty after 2.
2 is too much.
2, bro is just getting revenge.
Because it has to equal his hassle. His hassle was I have to get in the passenger side and then awkwardly back out. So that's 30 seconds of uncomfortability.
No. You know, I think it's
Changing
deeper
a
than,
tire,
it's deeper than that.
that's-
It's
if you're
deeper than
good
that.
5 minutes,
it's the
you're bad
principle.
20.
It's the principle, Sam. It's not about oh, you know, they just parked next to my. No, it's about you really thought it was okay to park your wide ass double like
I was
No.
just trying to pick up some Hot Pockets and get out. So I thought I would be
you
done.
didn't care. You didn't care about me. I don't care about you.
Oh.
So I think
you know
are we
what?
split on this?
Yeah, I think it's a split.
The girls were like,
I think it's
Two, I can
worth
agree.
it.
2 was excessive.
It was but it's
excessive.
petty. It's petty revenge. Am I the asshole for not marrying someone just because she's pregnant?
No.
No, you're not.
Oh, unless it's your kid.
I, 27 male, unfortunately got my girlfriend, 25 female, pregnant.
The
3 months.
unfortunate adjective prior to is really dumb. Jeez.
3 months into dating. She was
Oh.
on birth control, but it failed. In hindsight, I should have used condoms, but I figured that
I
birth
always
control.
say wrap it up.
But I figured that birth control was supposed to be 99.9% effective, and I never thought I'd be the 0.1%.
Congratulations, buddy.
Sure, more accuracy than Steph.
We have talked about politics quite a lot, and we're both pro-choice. She said if she had an accidental pregnancy, she'd have an abortion. After getting pregnant, she changed her mind and wanted to keep it. I won't lie but that I'm not happy about this decision, but I realize it's her choice, and I don't get to say it is what it is. She's now almost 7 months pregnant and very much showing. Her parents are very traditional, and her dad is a relatively well-known person in his community. He has a somewhat high-profile job as well, even has a Wikipedia page.
Oh.
To say her parents
Bill
are trying
Gates?
to say that's pretty low. That's pretty high up for like.
No, we're on to him.
Okay.
They tried to like run us off the clues. I'm like, that's giving Bill Gates.
That's giving only Bill Gates.
Only Bill Gates, because he's got a daughter, right?
Yeah.
And she was dating a black guy.
She just reached that. I think they broke up
Yeah, they broke up.
because they said it was like the worst fumble in history
Yeah,
for
people
him.
were like, yeah, he fumbled.
Is she pregnant?
No, she just left him for
Yeah.
a white guy.
Oh well, then that's not the story.
Oh,
So you got to pick somebody else because Bill Gates is out.
dang it. I thought for sure it was him.
Thank you.
First paragraph. I know who it is.
That's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
For sure.
To say her parents are trying to get us married before the kid is born is putting it lightly. It started off just expecting, so when are you getting married? And now it's been more, you better get married before this kid is born because my grandson won't be a bastard. Personally, I'm not interested in marriage. My parents are both married and divorced twice. Most marriages in my extended family have gone the same. I just don't really care for the institution. Not knocking it for people who choose it, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Even if it were, I wouldn't feel ready to marry my girlfriend anyway because we still haven't even been together for a full year. I want to date for at least 2 years before getting married. With my girlfriend, I'm not sure if we'd really be together still if she hadn't gotten pregnant. I would rather see if we can make us work than not try, but I'm not keen on jumping into marriage just because there's a kid in the picture. I think she's a great person, but I wouldn't say I feel like I'm in love with her.
Oh,
The girlfriend started off indifferent, but is now trying to get married as well. I don't think it's so much that she wants to be married as much as her parents are convinced that she'll be an embarrassment to have a kid out of wedlock. In a twist, last week, her father offered to buy the ring, pay for the wedding, and give us $100,000 to get married before the kid is born. Not to be nice, but to save himself from what he feels is an embarrassment. The whole thing just feels slimy to me. We both have good jobs, and while the money would be nice, we don't really need it. I make enough in my job to provide for a kid, as does she.
Okay, excuse me.
Am I the asshole for not just sucking it up and marrying her, even if I'm not really in love with her?
No. Especially like if you're a person that's like, he sounds like a casual sex person, and he just like, obviously she just ended up getting pregnant. No. I mean, especially if you don't even believe in the institution. So really he's getting pressured into this because of the parents or the grandparents. The bribery is crazy.
It's crazy, but I feel like it needs to be considered.
It's
$100,000
for a lot of people,
$100,000,
including myself. $100,000 is a life-changing amount of money.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people would. Oh
You're
yeah,
100% thinking about it.
I would consider it for sure. But also, it's like, do you want to be tortured for the rest of your life, being with this family, knowing that you can be bought? And it's not going to stop here. You're basically just going to be his little puppet as time goes on.
Buying me.
Let's re-up on this contract.
Do further payments get made?
Is the payment recurring?
Yeah, is this a one-time $100,000 fee, or is this
annual?
An occupation for me that I'm getting paid?
So you can do a lot of things. It depends on the amount.
Well, yeah. We'll all do something strange for a piece of change. It just depends how much change. The amount of change varies for all of us. And $100,000 is mine. I'm like,
You're like, I'd marry her right now.
We're getting married. I love
But you can't get a divorce. You have to have like a good public, clean image for the rest of your life.
I couldn't do it.
Are you just going to sneak around? Okay, not you, but like if you were OP, are you just going to sneak around and sleep with women or what?
No, that's the love of my life. I chose to marry her. Those are my vows.
Well, nobody's going to know that.
With $100,000.
He already I mean, like, just listen to how he words it now. He does not sound happy.
No, he's
like,
not.
I don't really love. And he said it. I don't know if she wasn't pregnant. I don't even really know if we would be together.
That's not promising.
That man is not happy right now. And that's before they even get married.
Because she got pregnant at 3 months. She's 7 months now. So what? It hasn't even been a year. It's been 10 months.
Does he really?
So enough to know the person you're going to be.
I don't know. Maybe if I was OP and I had the right dollar amount, maybe there's a number out there for me where I'm like, okay, this situation sucks, but like the money's in the bank. You know what I mean?
So is this different from the story we had with the inheritance where they had to change the kid's last name to get the inheritance? Do you feel differently? Is that a different thing than what this story is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because.
The marriage part?
Yeah. The marriage part. Because the marriage comes with feelings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, if he does this marriage, not only does it affect his emotions, it affects hers and the kids if they don't make it work out.
Yeah.
So if they get together and it doesn't work out, and he's like, well, I have to stay in for that $100,000. But the kid,
I hope
it was
that's
like,
that's on our wedding day, we get that money. Like, I'm not doing it in installments.
no, I need this money
up front.
Cash advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also,
I know
Sam,
people talk. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we had talked about this a few months ago for Halloween. You had mentioned that we were with Alejandro. We had an episode where we were talking about how should you basically stay married with somebody if it's gonna eventually how unhappy you are is gonna eventually show up to the kids.
Right.
Is this kind of not the same thing as what you're talking about, where it's like maybe not the exact same thing, but he's gonna be so unhappy that the kid's gonna know.
Yeah, but they were struggling. The other people were.
Yeah.
The other people were getting $100,000. That makes you happy a little bit.
But also, he said it would be nice, but he can probably make that money within a different period of time. He sounds like he doesn't need the money, which is why he's like,
well, he said,
no thanks.
Verbatim.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need the money.
But I'm like, you can make that money and then get more money on top of that money you're making. That's more.
Yeah.
It's not an either or. You're getting that money and you're working to make your money. But also think that's an amount of money where like, yeah, that's not enough for me to make this horrible decision that can
really
affect my life.
This kind of sounds like an arranged marriage kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
And I truly do think arranged marriages can work, but it depends on the culture.
Yeah, it does.
Because
Right.
if you come from that culture and that's what you know and you kind of are in that mentality, then I believe that it can work. If you're an American, like...
Did you watch Indian Matchmaker?
Uh-oh.
How'd you know that?
Because I watched Indian Matchmaker.
Really?
Do you guys watch Indian Matchmaker?
Binge through it so quickly. I was like, I need more.
I ask everybody if they watch Indian Matchmaker and they always say no.
She's never asked me that.
And I've literally,
I never got
I've
that
given
question
up on
either.
asking. Because I'm
Never
just
asked this
assuming,
side of the couch. So
Have you seen
well, by the
Indian
time I got to you
Matchmaker?
guys, I just gave up.
We haven't seen it.
So they haven't seen it.
I've seen the previews for it and I heard it's good. I
What's
probably
it
should
on?
watch it. I think it's on
Netflix?
Netflix, right?
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay.
It's good.
Because it's Seema from Mumbai. And she's the matchmaker. And people say she's bad. She hasn't had a successful match in the history of the show.
Does she just keep coming back on each season?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Trying with new people, trying to bring old people to get other new people, they fail.
She's like, I'm back again.
They do.
I think there's only been one match, but that was a match that she didn't actually do. They matched
I was about to
themselves.
say, I don't
Yeah,
think
they
she did
matched
that.
themselves,
Yeah.
and then she talked to them. But it's so,
It's captivating.
because this is exactly what you said. They're trying this cultural thing for India, but they're for American Indians who have that American side of them. And like,
We can find love.
exactly. Or like, we're trying to subscribe to what our parents are saying, but we're also thinking with American band, I want this, and this. And you get that, and you're like, yeah, I'm not vibing with that. And you're like, well, that's not really what arranged marriage. You have a little bit of a say, but it's like the parents are like, no, we know you better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I think this post is very telling to what his marriage would potentially be.
Well, he even said it himself. He's like, I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
My family, it's all failed.
I don't know if I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He has his answer.
Yeah, I think, and I think he really has his answer because he took down, he said no to $100,000. He's like, no, I'll just raise her on my own. Thanks.
If you don't falter in the face of $100,000,
you're either extremely rich or you know your answer or both.
Well, he said she was nice. He was like, I don't know if I love her.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a level at where I'm like, I might not love you, but I like you a lot. So why not give this a shot? There's a financial benefit to it. And then if it fails, it fails. But we tried. Maybe we got there.
I don't think I could, if I like you a lot,
Yeah.
I could never marry you. Why would I marry someone that I like a lot?
What do you mean?
Didn't we have this conversation like months ago where we were talking about the idea of settling and how you had said a lot of
yeah.
women actually do end up doing that. I think it's actually more common than you think, because even in the comments, we had a lot of people being like, actually, I'd rather have financial security than necessarily over like
Right.
the man of my like dreams looks wise.
Right,
I'd rather have financial security. There was other,
Emotional
there was
security.
there was a lot.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
but
just
in
don't remember
this
all the
situation,
points. Yeah.
in this situation, I mean,
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
like
that concept I get.
you have the ideals of being young, of like what you think is attractive and what you want long term, and then you get older after experiences. You're like, that changed. There are different things that I find attractive. It might not be the things that classically people want to be known as attractive, but we change. We think of things differently, and so I'm not settling. My thought process has changed to what I want.
Oh yeah, I remember us talking about.
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for joining us for the Comfort Level podcast.
That flew by.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
We're on vacation. We never said that.